What up, Joker? Let's just get into it. Won something yesterday, a little auction for charity. Oh, nice. What'd you get? Maybe Charm will be the right play here. Boxing gloves signed by someone named Mickey Ward from the movie Fighter. Oh, nice! That's awesome. That's sick. You didn't even mean to win them? Hey, sometimes that's the best. Sometimes that's just the way to do it. Don't do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Do do do. Do 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 do. Wow, Hyper Beam is crazy. All right. Sounds good, dude. I guess we just line noon. Hit him with the recharge and then extreme speed. Oh, you're switching. Fun. Fun. Number to make the price higher and it backfired on me and paid $250 for him. Damn, son. Damn, son. I mean, that's still pretty cool. Hopefully it's hopefully it wasn't outside of your budget, but they're still pretty cool. Do 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 do. Okay, that's probably paralyzed. That was our saving grace right there. If they didn't get fully paralyzed, then I think we would have just lost. But we didn't, because we're better. 30 stream streak is crazy, by the way, Joker. Hell yeah. Alright, do I want the ability charm or do I want a big nugget? Honestly, it's only 5 grand. Well, I am about to spend a shit ton to bring everybody back because we still have a long way to go. Yo, Sam, what up? Welcome on in. How you doing? Throwing down with them dancing emotes. What up? Welcome back. Maybe we go ability charm. I just wish there was a better way for me to gauge. I'll take it just in case we get something cool. And like maybe I'll want to catch it, but I don't know. That kind of stuff I don't necessarily care about right now. So that's why I'm not like, oh, well, we should definitely do this. I know. Do 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 do. All right, we got to revive. Let's go Linoon. Oh, I definitely should have switched. It's a little late to switch now. Let's just switch into Linoon and maybe we'll just get like a free switch in if we need it or something. Or we can just one shot. Put a picture in the Discord? Hell yeah, let me see. Let's see. Those are really cool. Those are very cool. All right, voucher. We'll switch that out with Infernape. Everything else is good. Flare Blitz. Did I accidentally go for Swords Dance? It's... Yo, Rise, what up? Welcome on in. How you doing? Did I already get the Fennekin? No, we took a break from doing the Fennekin just because I wanted to do some Pokerogue. So while I'm on this like massive Pokerogue kick, we're doing bench resets for Dratini just because it's something that we can do on the side while we're playing Pokerogue. And then when I want to take a little bit of a break from Pokerogue because I've been playing it so much, we'll switch back to Fennekin. We're like 404 encounters into it, I think. Who do I want to give the rare candy to right now? Let's give it to Infernape. We need to work on those candies a little bit more. Oh, we got Beatty. This is either going to be really, really good or really bad. Let's just try to set up Energy Ball. Oh, we're chilling. We are mad chilling. How many phases? Honestly, dude, the crazy thing is we haven't really gotten anything from doing... So we, in terms of phasing on Fennekin, we've gotten every single possible shiny encounter that you can get in Area 18 from the bench method and only got one Fennekin. But when it comes to actively targeting, only doing like the resets for Fennekin, we haven't even gotten a shiny yet. And we're 400 encounters deep. So if you want to think about it in like the overarching of like how many in the area from all the bench resets that we did, we've gotten Shalfa Altaria, Shalfa Bagon, another Shalfa Salamence, Shalfa Lopunny, Shalfa Beedrill, and then we got like 2-3 more Weedles. We got an Eevee, we got a Trubbish, we got like 3 more Swablues, we got Noibat. We got a fair bit. How much do you think the gloves are worth? Honestly, I don't know. I don't really know that market, so unfortunately, I couldn't help you with that. Brizzle, what up? Welcome on out to the YouTube side of things. How you doing today? Ooh. We're in space, chat. We're in space. Fennekin's hiding from you, yeah. Honestly. And like it's been fine because we needed to hunt down the other Shalfas anyway because I'm going, oh, there's a shiny Bellsprout in front of us. I don't really care about it, so I'm just gonna leave it there for now, but we needed the other Shalfas anyway, so it didn't really bother me that they like were showing up so frequently. Like we needed them because I want to get a Shalfa for each Pokemon that has a Mega. So it's fine by me. Also, I meant to do this. Let me do this right now so that I don't forget. Actually, wait, I don't even know if I can do it until... Let me see. I'll do this real quick. This is also just a quick shout out to anybody. If you guys are not in the Discord server, join the Discord server. But... Oh, wait, do I not have to... Oh, maybe I don't have to gift it a sub anymore? Or is that because this is a follow emote now? I was about to gift Nightbot a sub. Let me just do it anyway. It's fine. That way, if I have any other emotes, then I can just have it list all the emotes and spam it and stuff. That's not going to count towards the weekly goal. just because I'm doing it specifically for Nightbot. This way, if I ever set up a command that can use emotes, it'll actually use emotes instead of just like typing out the words. But welcome to the Discord server, by the way, Sam. I saw that you just joined it. I guess it's a good thing that I did that. One more person can join the Discord server. I definitely needed to switch. The way you were in the Discord, nah, it's all good. I mean, it doesn't really get promoted all that much, so it's understandable. Let's see. I'm gonna just go. I guess I'll just try to go Flare Blitz, and then I want to switch into the Cherrim. I feel like Cherrim's gonna be huge here. You gonna do a longer stream when the DLC comes out this week? So I actually wait. What day? DLC comes out Wednesday. Yeah, I can probably do a little bit of a longer stream. I don't know how long. Maybe I'll start the stream at like 4 o'clock instead of starting at 6. So it'll add 2 hours to the stream. We're definitely doing the DLC though when it comes out, so there's that for sure. I love the music in space. This is really cool. I love how little damage Explosion does in this game, and it's probably because of how far we are and whatever, but I still think it's pretty cool how it does like literally nothing. And then just EXP all, I guess. You know, if it comes out at 12, so I can know if I have to screw up my sleep schedule. That's funny. I'm gonna be streaming it during the day. I would assume it drops at midnight. I don't know personally. I feel like it would. I'm just gonna be playing it after I get off of work that day though, because I don't have any extra PTO to be taken off. I've got PTO set for like New Year's and Christmas, like an extra day during that holiday, so I unfortunately don't have the PTO available to do that. That'd be sick if I could though. I would love to do that. Hopefully when the next Pokemon game comes out, I'll be able to take like PTO for a couple of days and do like this whole thing. It'd be cool. All right, let's see how this goes. Swords Dance, Moonblast. We can take one more. That's fine. Oh, they're gonna Cosmic Power. Fun. Volt Attack. Or Volt Tackle, excuse me. Nice in one shot. Love to see it. Let's just give it to Rapidash. Rapidash is gonna be our heavy hitter anyway, so why not? Let's go Volt Tackle on here and Flare Blitz there. Oh, we got that burn. That burn should kill, actually. We should be in range. Oh, I see. Oh, I understand it now. You're just gonna get rid of the burn. Sounds awesome, man. All right, Master Ball for later. I can probably just stay in and high jump kick, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. Fred asked me if I can wait till Friday to play the DLC so we can experience it together. Oof. I don't know what you're gonna do about my stream then. I don't want to spoil it for you. No, I'm just kidding. But let's see. We'll do a berry, I guess. Metagross, pretty sick, nasty. Catch that Flare Blitz though. I appreciate the lurk, Sam. Let's just go Nugget. That's fine. Reuniclus. We can probably just Flare Blitz this too. He would say F you, I'm playing the DLC. Facts. Me personally, I mean, I stream it for you guys, so like I get to experience it with you all, but like if I were not to stream, and maybe it's just because I'm antisocial, maybe it's just because at the bottom of my heart, I'm just a very much so like a social recluse, and I like having my alone time. I don't think I would talk to anybody. I wouldn't want to access the I wouldn't want to like access the internet to be spoiled by it. I wouldn't want any of that. I would legitimately just Just straight up play it. Nothing else. All right, I want to check the Pokeballs, or not Pokeballs, the candies. Because something tells me, let me see, is this going to be enough? Hyper Potion, that should be enough. Something tells me I'm going to have enough candies to get some eggs. Shelf in roughly 10 minutes. That's crazy. If you got it in 10 minutes, where did you hunt? Did you hunt it here, Rised, or did you hunt it somewhere else? 33 candies, 47 candies, 30, 26. He did say not to play it. Oh, to be fair, he said not to play it. He didn't say anything about watching someone play it. You know what? I like the way you think. I like the way you think. No, you're not benching. That's fair. Where are you hunting it then? Are you doing like the runaway encounters? Where you like, I forget where it is, but you can like stand in like a pathway and you walk across a bridge and it's a rooftop spawn that spawns. Is that where you're hunting it? I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that's where a lot of people hunt theirs because it's a static alpha. Ooh, rare candy or voucher? Rare candy or voucher? Let's just go voucher just because I'm unoriginal. Gotcha. Oh, we got 3 and 3. We're chilling. We got so many eggs that we can fry up. Food on the mind, I guess. We got 1 epic. Nice. Flare Blitz on the Rum Pig should be fine, and then Volt Tackle, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Right next to there, and it's not a static alpha. Whoever told you that lied to you. Oh, really? Maybe, I don't think anybody told me that. I think that was just my dumbass. I could have sworn there was a static alpha, I could have sworn there was a static alpha Dratini, though. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I know nobody specifically told me that. I was just telling myself that. Who do I want to give this to? I don't really want to give this to anybody. This guy's got 3, he's got 3, he's got 3. I mean, I don't really need any more. I already have the red shinies for all of these, so I don't really need to hatch any more of those. I mean, I could technically if I wanted to go for like perfect IVs, but I don't care about that. I'll just go Nugget, I guess. We're gonna need money later on. And Flare Blitz. There's no such thing. Well, I assume you mean there's no such thing for that specific Pokemon, because there's definitely static alphas. But dude, regardless, getting it in 10 minutes is actually insane. Also, how did Mach Punch not do enough damage right there? You were at like 3 HP, my good sir. You're at 3 HP, excuse me. Ooh, double unknowns? With the exclamation point? I kind of just wanted to catch the exclamation point. I want to catch all of them, but obviously you can't do that when you're in a... Shiny Alpha Fox? Dude, no way, Joker. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Maybe part of the stream today we'll do... I'll tell you what, chat. I'll tell you what. If we get a red shiny Infernape, a red shiny Rapidash, or a... honestly, if I get a blue shiny Spearow... just so I can like prove to myself that it exists and it isn't just... Actually, I forgot. Let me turn back on my sub goal stuff for this week. Where is it? 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 Okay, there we go. You got the little guy in the bottom corner of the streaming. If we get a red shiny Infernape, a red okay. If we get a red shiny Rapidash, a blue shiny Infernape or Spearow, I'll switch over to doing only shiny hunts for a couple hours worth of the stream, and we'll do we'll do some Fennekin stuff. And chat, that's how easy Grim forgets stuff. What did I forget? You got to remember, bro, my mind works on a completely different frequency than some people's. Memory, not a thing. I have RAM, not storage. Oh, you're at work. Well, you see, I don't know. Sometimes people be like playing video games and shit at work. Who knows, you know? Who knows? I'm coping. I'm just stupid. I know exactly. Like, I know that you can't play games at work and stuff. Memory of a goldfish. Why do you think we have the Chi Yu emote? That's literally me. Like, that's why it exists. That's why that emote exists, is because I genuinely cannot remember anything to save my life. Legitimately cannot remember anything to save my life. Unless I can. And then I remember it. That was a sentence presented to you by Grimwho. What do I want to switch in here? Let's go Firo, because we have assurance. Flare Blitz. We don't have assurance. That's crazy. All right, Floaty Fall. Hopefully I got the flinch. I did not get the flinch. That doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and give it assurance. It's such a weak move, though. Pursuit might be nice. Yo, Wolf, what up? Welcome on. Welcome on into the stream. How you doing today? Rare candy. We'll give it to the Infernate. We need more candies on that bad boy. We need more candies on that bad boy. Been better. Luck in Area 20 is getting a bit crappy as I'm closing up the Shalfa list. That makes sense when you're closing in on the end. Are you at least getting shinies and they're just like duplicate shinies? Because as long as that's happening, I feel like it's kind of just understandable why it would be happening. All right, do I just catch... Oh, this is the furthest I've made it, by the way, chat. This is actually the furthest that I've made it. I feel like this would be a bad one to waste the Master Ball on, because I know for a fact that I'd be able to win here. How's it in Whoville? How's the Grinch going? How's the Grinch doing? Grinch is chilling. Grinch is chilling. I'm doing pretty fine myself. You know what's crazy is I forget what I was doing. I like made this face. I was on FaceTime with Sarah. I made this face and I was like, God, I look like a Who from Whoville. I was like, I don't know how, but I was like pinching my nose without pinching my nose and like closing my lips. Like, I don't know. It was weird, but I made it like my face looked like it ended in a point. It was a very weird camera angle thing. But yeah, I make that joke every season, dude. Every single season. I'm just like, oh, yep, it's me. Resident Grim Whoville. I remember when back on Twitter and like X, and I guess people still do it, but it's not the same. But I remember back when people used to like change their like the title that they had, their name on their account, not their handle, but like their like little nickname or whatever. They would change it to match with the different seasons. So like Halloween, I'd be Grim Boo. Christmas, I'd be Grim Whoville. I think Thanksgiving one year I did Pilgrim, like but like PIL and then capital GRAM. Pretty fun stuff. Back when Twitter was Twitter and not X. I guess we'll just do Rapidash. We're so close to 2 extra eggs, so like why not, I guess. The thing that sucks about this is that we're getting candies for Rapidash at like, I'd say probably 3 or 4 times the rate that we're getting Infernape eggs. And maybe it's because it dies so often, but it's honestly just because it doesn't get that many, like its growth rate is way slower. Duplicated, but also Shalfas I still need have only been appearing as females a lot. Oh, I forget. Wait, are you doing... There was someone in chat that was doing a race with their friend, and one of them can only get males and one of them can only get females. Was that you, or was that someone else? I don't remember. I remember somebody talking about that, but I don't remember who it was. Oh wait, Wolf, are you feeling better? Weren't you sick? Weren't you sick last week? Hopefully you're feeling better. Gotcha, Wolf. That had to. There was someone else then. Maybe it was someone from Twitch chat. I remember there was someone saying that them and their friend were doing a challenge to see who could finish like a shiny living dex. Or maybe it was, I think it was Joker actually, because I traded the I traded my Shalfa Carvana and Shalfa Sharpedo to them because I had so many of it. And they were like, if you could send males, that'd be great, because I'm doing this race with my friend and they have to get females and I have to get males for the shiny living dex. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad. That's good, Wolf. Do. Dude, so many eggs without shinies is crazy. So many eggs and no shiny is actually diabolical. Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz, Flare Blitz. Now, if I remember correctly, I've never faced this before, but I think 145 is where you fight a boss, and that boss has an insane Pokemon, so I need to make sure that all of my Pokemon are healed up right now. I'm like 90% sure, so I want to make sure that everybody's in top-notch shape. Let's go ahead and Hyper Potion. We're going to leave you poisoned because it's beneficial to us. And then Elixir. And I feel like our other Pokemon are going to be fine. Let's go X attack just to make sure we have that little bit of a buff. Oh, it's our rival. Wait, why did I think it was going to be anything crazy? Maybe they'll have... Oh, this is a boss Pokemon. Altarian Hippowdon. That one I'm aiming for both. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so we haven't gotten this far yet. I'm hoping that I don't get completely squashed. I kind of want to set up a Swords Dance. Okay, one assurance is not gonna... Oh, shit. Let's go Volt Tackle. Oh my god. Okay, so that's no bueno. That's no bueno. I feel like we're gonna lose here, if I'm being honest. High horsepower. This is actually not good. Okay. Let's keep going high horsepower. Okay, they're paralyzed. Please get a crit. How did they outspeed me? Oh, it's Sucker Punch. That's how they're outspeeding me. I'm stupid. I feel like we're gonna lose here. Oh, that was a perfect read. That was a flawless read. Oh my god, and I wasn't even reading. I simply grabbed the book. Okay, we're gonna do that, so hopefully they get burned. They do. That's such little damage. Poison me, that's fine. I have Morning Sun. It is gonna progressively get worse. Oh! Oh my god. I'm gonna try to Burning Bulwark it. Core Enforcer. One more, please. It's not gonna do it. I was really trying to get it to... This is not good. I need to somehow... I don't even think I'm going to. I need to live one. I don't. I think we lose here, chat. I think we lose here. This is the furthest I've ever gotten, but I think we lose. I'm gonna Ice Punch. Oh my god. Wait, live one, please. No, we're so... If I can take out this Rayquaza, there might be the smallest bit of a chance. There might be the smallest bit of a chance. Oh my god. You're giving us so many chances. You're giving us so many chances. We're gonna outspeed literally everything. This is fine. This is fine. Wait, did we just... I think we might have just like barely clutched this. We did it. I think, right? Was that it? Was that it? We did it. Oh my god, we did it. It cost us literally everything, but we did it. I need to revive Rapidash. Dude, of all Pokemon that I thought was going to come out on top, I did not think it was going to be Fearow. I did not think it was going to be Fearow, dude. All right, let's do Floaty. Let's do Flare Blitz. I need to get through. I need to revive Infernape now is what I need. Thankfully, we had, dude. Oh my God. Thankfully, we didn't miss a single. What's it called? Floaty Fall, because we only have one wide lens on here, so that was like a 90% accuracy move. We could have missed that and just completely lost. That would have been so bad. I would have been so upset if we lost that there after all of that, dude. But I mean, hey, new PB. This is the furthest we've ever made it. Legitimately the furthest we've ever made it. Mudsdale, Fearow, Rapidash. I actually don't know what would be. I mean, we should probably just target on this. And I'll use like Flare Blitz just to. Yeah, we just need to ensure that it died. I don't think Linoon will be able to do anything to me. Yeah, we're chilling. That was some scary stuff, dude. That was some scary stuff. I did not think that Fearow was gonna. I did not think that Fearow was gonna take that. Rare candy, Infernape. Give me a candy, bro. So, I can't speak. My successful hunts from last week. Every evolution from Area 20 and scored a male Shalfa Tyranitar. Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Dude, I saw a tweet. Or maybe, no, it was a YouTube short, but I think they had a screenshot of a tweet in the video. I saw, it was like a YouTube short, and the guy was talking about how we should get like one more evolution to finish out the special typings, because I think it's just dragon type that we need to get all the special side done. We need to get the special side done. Then once the special side is all good, we go and we get it, instead of doing evolutions from that point on, we get new Pokemon. We get a new Pokemon that's like a different version of Eevee but isn't Eevee, right? We get it's like a new person, that a new Pokemon that's like Eevee rather. And we then have all of the physical evolutions come from that Pokemon instead of them all being Eevee. I feel like that would be really cool. I feel like that'd be really cool. Did you get your Shalfa Fennekin from Area 18? No, we didn't yet. So we took a pause from that just because I wanted to play Pokerogue. And in order for me to do the Fennekin reset, I need to be actively playing that, and my brain can't process doing that and doing something else at the same time. So we took a little bit of a break from that, switched over to a Dratini hunt temporarily. But as soon as I'm either done with my Pokerogue kick, or I made chat a promise today, if we get red shiny Rapidash, blue shiny Chimchar, or blue shiny Spearow, we'll switch. So we'll go to the Fennekin hunt, and we'll only do that for the rest of the stream today. So yeah, those are the stipulations for today. Oh, Rise, you're gonna challenge me to a shiny race? What are we racing for? Sorry, I was so locked on that rival fight, dude. Like, so locked. Okay, so I assume that's what I think it was Jono. I think Jono said that we needed to have. I think Jono said we needed to have an ice type for that fight, and we made it through without an ice type. So maybe we'll be fine dealing with this without a fairy type as well. Take a break from Area 20 one time and went to Area 13 and 15 only at night for Trevenant and Bennett. Got those faster than I thought. Hell yeah. Shalfa male Dratini? Ooh, is that... I don't know. What are the... What's like the gender like ratios with that Pokemon? Is that like a hard challenge? Oh, Dratini line is 50-50. I mean, yeah, sure, dude. We can race for it, but I'm going to tell you what. If I get a Shalfa, I'm stopping after that. So you'll just win. You'll just win. I don't care that much. But sure, dude. Yeah, we can race. Oh yeah, we got 40 candies, so we need 10 more Infernapes for 2 eggs. At this rate, I'm kind of just waiting to see how many we can get from this run before I do anything. Because normally I'd like cash them in as we go. But since we're on a roll here, I don't want to like break my streak to populate the eggs. Who knows? Maybe if I close out of the run to open up a new one to set the eggs, maybe it'll ruin our luck that we got going on. You know what I mean? I'm taking this is a risk. This is a risk. We got it. Oh, just some normal tools. That sucks. Oh, we do get a rare candy though, so I'll take that. I should probably take the voucher, but I do want candies on Infernape, so. Okay, let's go ahead and do gacha because I think we have a couple. Oh, we got another epic. Okay. Sick nasty. Sick nasty. Love that. Stock them on berries before the DLC. Wait, why is that? Is it because you use berries to make donuts? Or do you think that we'll just need to have, like, berries for healing and stuff? I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to anything other than, like, Mega Evos. So I don't know if they talked about anything specific. I'm basically just saving my Master Ball for a get out of jail free card, by the way. I have one. I just have zero intentions of using it until we absolutely have to. Because Rapidash and Infernape, I know they're both fire types, right? But Rapidash and Infernape are quite possibly some of the most broken Pokemon I've seen. Infernape, not as much, but Rapidash is legitimately insane. This Pokemon is genuinely nuts. The fact that it has Wonder Guard and only recoiling high-powered moves, like this is base 120, base 130, base 100, or base 120 with Swords Dance. It doesn't get any statuses because it's poisoned, but it doesn't take poison damage. Like, this thing is just nuts. It's so good. So good. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I forgot. I reworked my Nightbot so that it didn't post as often, hopefully. And I also got rid of some like old commands that weren't accurate anymore. And I wanted to put one in there that was like a Slowpoke one, where it like lets you guys know that if we hit a certain amount of subs in a stream or whatever, I put the Slowpoke onesie on. But I forgot to do that. Oh, okay, we got rare eggs, rare eggs. Not a shiny, not a shiny. Not a oh, that'd be sick if I got that as a shiny. Oh my god, we got another Master Ball. Wait, I have to take that over a rare candy. What in the hell is this? What's this? It's a massive pile of garbage. Where did this come from? Items in the shop will cost 2.5 more. Gain amazing items. Or find the source of the garbage. We got 23k. Dig for valuables. Let's see what happens. We got one leftover black sludge. Wait, is this permanent or is this only for this one run? I really hope that that's not permanent. I really hope that's not permanent. Oh my god, I think I have to actually use... You know what? I'm gonna have to use one of my Master Balls. We'll give it one more college try with Turtonator. You know what? I don't actually have this one yet. I'll just catch it. I probably could have done without letting the other ones die, but you know, we haven't had that yet, so now we have it unlocked as a starter. Maybe it'll be better for us now. Yeah, I'll switch out Turtonator for Infernape. We'll go Flare Blitz and Flare Blitz. Do 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 do. Mhm mhm. Do 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 do. Oh my god, it was permanent. No. It was. Oh my god. Oh, that's about to make shit so much more expensive. Oh my god. I have to take the big nugget. I have to. We can't take the rare candies anymore. And now I guess I have to go for Ice Punch, which kind of sucks. But we should be fine. I just wanted to double in and make sure that that thing died. Shadow Ball, we're chilling. And I guess Flash Fire was disabled. We got 65 candies on Ponyta now. And I think about 40-ish. Oh my god, a premium voucher. Switch Infernape. Yeah, switch it for Turtonator. And then Rapidash should be fine. Because sure, we can't go for Flare Blitz, but we can go for Volt Tackle on Dusknoir, so we should be good there. Do 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 do. Shoutouts to Aegislash for being so fast, dude. Passing level 100 is going to be somewhat canon now. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. With the DLC. That is kind of nuts. All right. This isn't good. This isn't good. I'm honestly just hoping for like a safe switch in. If I can get Rapidash in here, you should be chilling. Oh my god, that did not do anything. No, dude. What the hell? Fearow, Floaty. Keep raising your speed. Is my entire team maxed out already? 162, 162, 157 on those. All right. What am I gonna switch into here? I could go Linoon. Yeah, let's try Linoon. Oh my god, we avoided. Oh, that's huge. Not as huge as I thought, I guess. We get the paralysis though, so hopefully that's good. I can switch into Infernape here. We'll definitely outspeed. I'll go for close combat. They're gonna withdraw. The close combat's doing nothing. Hooray. I'm gonna go back into Fearow and hopefully not eat an air cutter. Just go Floaty Fall. They're gonna switch this in. That'll do nothing. They're gonna heal. Amazing, amazing stuff. Maybe I keep... I think we lose here. I think we lose here. All right, I'm gonna go... do I... Please do something. Oh my god, we got the burn. Oh, thank god. I don't think it matters, though. Let's go into Cherim. Bring out the sun. Please eat. Oh, acid spray? We're fine. That's fine. Sleep powder. Arbok woke up? You stop it. How about you just don't do that? Just don't wake. Ugh! Just don't wake up. It's not that hard. I don't think it's that difficult anyway. To stay asleep, dude. What? I got 2 more. Bro, this is not good. This is not good at all, man. You have 3 HP, dude. All we can do is pray that they go for something. Yeah. All right. Well, new PB 164. New PB 164. Kind of sucks that that's how it ended, but beggars cannot be choosers, I suppose. 37, we can get an egg for this. Let's do an egg. We can get 2 eggs for this. Can we get an egg for Spinnerack? 30 for that one, okay. We can get another egg for this, because we do technically need 1 more egg move. We can get 1 egg for this, and then we'll have to come back for the second one. This one I don't think we can get an egg for. No, we cannot. This one we just got. Can't get an egg. No eggs. No eggs. No eggs. I think we're all tapped out on eggs. Let's go ahead and start it up. How unfortunate that that's how we lose, dude. That, like, actually kind of pisses me off. Alright, well, there's a random Mudkip. Rare candy, hooray! Okay, let's go gotcha, because we do have a 10-piece. Another epic. Yo, we're chilling on these epic eggs, man. I wonder how many epic eggs it's going to take for us to get a shiny out of one. Because I think we've hatched like 5 or 6 so far, and we've got nothing. Alright, I'm gonna check the shinies, by the way. I know we have the 1 shiny Bellsprout in front of us, but I don't really care about that. 1 shiny Bellsprout. Nothing else over there. That's not shiny. That's surprisingly that Emolga is not shiny. I don't know what we're gonna have to do to get that thing to be shiny, but somehow that Emolga has just dodged being shiny an unbelievable amount of times. Like, I mean, how many resets have we done here and that thing just hasn't been shiny yet? I don't understand. Let's see if the Eevee is, though. There is a shiny Eevee, man. Oh my god, no way. No way, dude. Oh, my controller's low battery. That's fantastic. Okay, we need to do Leafeon for this one, I think. So let me see. You can do Nest Ball. Brother, huh? Got it. Okay. Absolutely insane. No, I thought we were gonna make it. It's fine. Let's just go back to this. I think it's Pokemon Center we have to fly to. Oh shit. I almost dropped my controller. Lost balls? Sure. Give them to me. Okie dokie. Let me see what's going on. There's someone in a... Who put where what? Okay, there we go. That's fine. Alright, y'all. You ready to see what comes out of all these eggs? Because so am I. Like double checking to make sure that there's no other Pokemon that we're missing somehow. Game with my other friends. Have fun in the games. Good luck on the hunt, and thanks for talking. Yeah, of course, dude. Enjoy your fun times playing video games with your homies. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm just trying to not scare off the Dratini. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, definitely learn it over Thunderbolt. It's so weird to me that they gave it Thunderbolt as an egg move, but not Thunder Punch. Like, its ability is Iron Fist. Was that a shiny Dratini right after we started setting it again? Wait, huh? No, surely that was the lighting messing with me again. Surely that was the lighting. Okay, yeah, no, it was the lighting. I was like, dude, that looks so pink. Oh my god. That was insane. And yeah, I know, I'm probably the only one that thought it was shiny, but you know what? My eyes are my eyes, damn it. Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm curious, what are our eggs looking like? Appears to move. Sounds can be heard. Sounds can be heard. Epics. Okay, so we're gonna have the Ponyta soon. Well, the eggs. I don't know if like I don't know if the shiny will be in there, obviously, but we're gonna hatch them soon, is what I mean to say. All right. There's the Spearow. There's a regular Ponyta. There's a regular Ponyta, dude. This thing is gonna be the death of me. Thank you. Oh, we got Tidy Up. All right, the last egg move. All right, this should be Chimchar. Another regular shiny. This is like the 4th regular shiny Chimchar that I've hatched. The only plus side to that is it gives us a bunch of candies to go towards the next egg. So now I should also be able to do this because we were already pretty close, right? I think it should have given us 10. So we can use that to borderline just, I think, immediately just rip another one. Yeah, we have 29 now. So we can buy another egg. And then just continue the run and maybe we'll get it there. But remember, chat, I said if we end up getting blue shiny Chimchar, blue shiny, actually maybe I should check to see if it's one of the ones that doesn't have an alternative. Surely it does though, right? I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm curious now. Do 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 do. Where is it? Shinies. Gen 4. Okay, it has it. Oh, that's right. It looks sick. That looks so good. And then Let me just check to see. Maybe Spearow also has one listed, but I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. It's very baffling to me that it doesn't have one listed. But we'll see. Honestly, chat, you know what? We might even just switch over to we might even switch over to a Fennekin hunt anyway. Once the rest of the eggs that we currently have hatched, just because I am kind of wanting to go for that Pokemon. So I should probably hunt for the Pokemon when I'm feeling it, if that makes sense. I do want to see what this last Chimchar egg has, but after that, and maybe if we can make it through all of them, then Flame Body or Flash Fire? I feel like Flame Body is going to be better. Do 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 do. I need to just outspeed, dude. This is ridiculous, man. Can't even beat my own Pokemon, dude. Unreal. Sorry about that. I had to turn my dehumidifier on. It's weirdly stuffy in here. Do 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 do. Boom boom boom. There we go. There's one epic. Ooh, all right. And there's a regular Chimchar. Dude, that sucks, man. Where the hell is this blue shiny, man? Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Do do do. Oh, that's cool. I'll take it Arctivish. Bum ba bum bum. Do do bum 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 bum. Bum 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 doo 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 doo. Bum ba dum bum ba dum ba ba da ba 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 dum bi bi dim bim bi bim bi bi di bi 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 dim bim bi dim bim bi dim bim bi dim bim bi dim bim. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Did not mean to get rid of high horsepower, but that's fine. Do 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 do. Bum. All right, let's see how much. Sounds can be heard. It's hatching soon. That's all I needed to see. I was close to just saying, you know what, let's just switch over to some Fennekin hunts, but you know, if it's gonna be like that, then I'm down, dude. We'll go for a couple more minutes. Oh, there we go. There's one. Just good old Registeel. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, last chance, and I don't think that's a shiny. No. Hooray, I guess. All right, chat. Well, it's been fun, it's been real, but today was not real fun when it came to Pokerogue. It was until we lost our first big run. Let's sort them by cost. Just because I want to see how many eggs we have of certain ones. Nihilego, we have 4. Okay, so we don't have a ton of them. That's fine. Alright. Well. Shiny hunting it is. Where's my Fennekin stuff? What the hell? Let me see if I can copy and paste it from here. Okay. Let me just see if I can drag this over here. We should be back on track now. Yeah. All right. Well, sure was fun. Let's go ahead and do some Fennekin hunting there. Okay. No shiny. No shiny. And I'm sure that the Eevee won't be back yet. No shiny Eevee. We'll check the very few night spawns. which I actually believe is only Mawile or Ghastly, whichever one decided to spawn. Just double check this one for no shiny. No shiny. No shiny there, no shiny there. I don't think there's any other shinies anywhere. Alright. Let's do this. Actually, why am I even bothering with teleporting? I can just do this. Thank God we don't hit these bugs from over there. That would have been obnoxious. We just come back and it's like bing, 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 bing. All of the shiny Weedles. Do-do-do-do. Keel, what's good? What's poppin'? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Who attacked me? From where? I gotta get my counter ready. Hang on. Stopwatch. Okay. And go. Okay. Do 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 do. Try to finish out the shiny alphas in zone 1. I like the idea of doing that. It sounds like a fun idea. Doing them area by area until you get all the alphas. I feel like I was a couple seconds off, so I'm just gonna save it at 55 and then do 1 second intervals until I'm satisfied. Down to 2 left? Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna save at 50. Saving at 55. Okay. I can shave a second off of that. One Mississippi. Yeah, we're good. What ones are you missing, Keel? Do do. Do 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 do. Fudge, what up? Let me go ahead and update the title of the stream and everything real quick. Let's do this. Shiny hunting. Fennekin. Okay, copy that, save that. Now we just gotta go into the YouTube stream and edit it there as well. Just drop that there. And then We gotta add the new thumbnail as well since we're switching over to Fennekin. Fudge though, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Yo, can File Explorer please respond? Thumbnails. Where is the Fennekin? There we go. There we go. All right, we're back in business, baby. Back in business, baby. Doing okay? How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm chilling. We hit a new PB in Poke Rogue. We hit 165, I think, or like 164 or something like that. I think it was 165. Still haven't gotten a blue shiny Chimchar or Spearow. We did get blue shiny Ponyta. Now we're going for red shiny. Decided I wanted to actually do some Fennekin hunting today though, so we're switching off of that and doing this for probably the remainder of stream. I would say I do want to get a little bit into this hunt, and we only have like 2.5-ish hours. Alpha Fennekin isn't gonna find itself, and if we're not hunting it, we're not finding it, so do. Bum 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 bum. What do you wish I had, Joker? What is that? Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember you telling me about that, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll get it set up at some point. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure you get the bits. I would assume so. I mean, that's not why I'm hesitant on doing it. I'm not really hesitant on doing it regardless, to be honest, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll end up doing it at some point. Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that Discord does this, but in the activity feed where you can see when people are playing or what they're playing or whatever, if they show what they're playing and they're playing Fortnite, it shows in the status of the game how many people are left in the game that they're doing currently. So like a buddy of mine, as an example, is playing Fortnite right now, and there's 71 left, and it like very rapidly is decreasing. I didn't know that. I didn't know they did that. That's a really cool integration. I haven't played Fortnite since like the original second season. Or something crazy like that. Yeah, welcome back, Sam. Yeah, we switched over to Fennekin. We didn't end up getting the hunt that I wanted to go for in Poke Rogue, but I also feel like I really want to get this Shalfa Fennekin, and if I don't put the hours in, we're never gonna get it. So I thought, why not? I'll be right back, chat. I think I'm gonna grab like a tiny little snack and a drink. Un momento, por favor. Por favor. All right. We back. Dude, shout outs to Costco, man. Costco is ridiculous, dude. Okay. So hear me out. Looking for a low-cal snack, go to Costco. They have these little tiny like rice chips. The brand is called Nutty and Fruity, which is really weird, but they're called Nutty and Fruity. These are a sweet and spicy like Thai flavor. This whole bag, barely any calories, fills me up. And we got a bag legitimately like this big, right? $1.97. Huh? We literally bought like 6 bags of them just because they're so good, and it was unbelievably cheap. Brizzle, I don't know if you're hanging out in stream, but if you're looking for like a low calorie snack and you like the ever so slightest bit of hint of spice, run to your local Costco, dude. Hopefully they have them. All right. 444 is like my family's special number. So if I get a shiny on this, unbelievable. Damn. That sucks. feel like I broke Nightbot. Has Nightbot said anything today? No. Other than when I activated it? No, what the hell? Weird. Today's stream might be an hour-ish short. I haven't decided, but I have some cleaning that I have to do that I've been putting off. And, well, I shouldn't say cleaning. Organizing, rather. I have some organizing that I have to do, because it's not really a mess. It's just a bunch of Elestrals cards, but it's literally taking up my, like... I don't know, I want to say, like, 6-foot-long table. It's just Elestrals cards everywhere. I just need to sort them all out, because I got to start using my desk space for stuff, like, wrapping Christmas gifts and things like that. So, today's stream might be cut short an hour, just because it will take time for me to clean and stuff like that, so... Just wanted to let you guys know. Also, this week, no stream Friday. Instead, Friday's stream will be Thursday. Okay. So, we're doing a little flip. No stream on Friday this week. Instead, we're going to have a stream on Thursday. Might be finally getting your new desk? Hell yeah. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Desk at work or like a home desk? Speaking of home desks, dude, I know I literally just upgraded and got a standing desk. And I say this probably like once or maybe twice a month. The main thing I'm looking forward to when I move out of this house is to completely redesign my office space. Because when I move out, first off, wherever I move, I'm going to try to make sure that we have access to fiber internet. And then second, it's going to be a house with a basement, and that basement will almost entirely be my streaming space. That's what I want it to be anyway. L-shaped desk color, cherry stain. Oh, yeah, oh, I love that, dude. Cherry wood. Ooh, I love that. There's this wood that I really like. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's something like Dragonheart or something. It's this purple wood, and the inside of it is like pink. It's like a pinkish reddish purple. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Think like really saturated sakura petals. Is it a good color? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, Joker. I love cherry stained cherry wood. It's so good. At least in my opinion. I mean, all the stuff that I have in my office is really like just black. Like I just have black desks, and my computer case is black, and my monitors are black, and like all that. Like I just like very minimal color palettes or whatever. But ooh, dude, like a red oak or like a cherry oak table, or like cherry wood. Ooh. Something about it. What I really want in a future space, and this is like long time down the road because these are like super expensive, I really want to get one of those woodworm tables that are like, what's it called? I don't know why I can't think of the word, but there's like you can format it for different things. Like you can put a D&D modular table. I want to get a modular table because dude, game nights would just be so much fun. Whether it's card game nights, if I start like a D&D campaign or something, or poker night or whatever, dude. Oh my god, that table will be amazing. Wanted something that would pop? Yeah, I mean that's a way to pop, dude. Cherry wood is incredible. I love it. I feel like if I obviously have a black setup right now, like all my shelves are black and everything. I feel like if I were in a future setting, in a future setup, and I wanted to make it like an eclectic thing that I would not get bored of, which is one of the reasons why I do like a straight up black setup, is I get bored easy. If I weren't to do that and I'm making like a home office, I would do a lot of like muted earth tone colors. So a lot of like browns and greens and like not like bright vibrant greens, but like not necessarily like army green, but that same kind of like desaturated foresty vibe, like the dark olive greens and jade greens and that kind of stuff. And I would accent it with cherry tables, maybe like cherry wood and maybe some oak. I love like the rustic vibes of that. But when it comes to a gaming setup, I'm not really sure if I'd go that route. Because I mean, let's be honest, the gaming setup that I have right now, it doesn't matter what color my walls are, because all you're seeing are my shelves. And the color of the shelves don't really matter because it gets distracted by the amount of stuff that's on the shelves. Speaking of which, I feel like the next setup that I have, I want it to be minimal. I like all this stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I almost wish I had like a minimal setup. Not to the point where it was like, you guys remember my in-between setup between the one that had like the couch in the background and this one? Well, this one has a couch in the background too, but like the other perspective of the office, the one in between where I like flipped it around and turned my room into more of an art studio, and it just had like a white wall and nothing else. I don't want to do that again. I looked like I was in like a dorm. But oh, sick, Joker. Hell yeah. Is it a standing desk or is it just a regular desk? Dude, speaking of desks, IKEA, and I don't know where you got your desk from, but IKEA has so many different like high value versions of desks. Like you don't have to get cheap plywood one. They actually have like really well crafted like wood slabs basically that you can get as tabletops. I also think the next setup that I want to build, I want to have a dual PC setup. I think I want that to be like one of the foundations. Now I have someone building it for me. Oh, it's a floating L shape? Oh, sick. Did you end up getting Mudkip? No, we stopped that hunt for now. We're 5,400 encounters in. I just haven't felt like setting up. Like I don't want to have all that stuff going on right now. That's a lot. It's gonna like overload my brain. We'll get back to it when we get like I wanted that hunt to be more of like a if a hunt is taking forever, like that. Like if we do another hunt, that's something like a slowpoke hunt where I can set it on auto. It's gonna do its thing and it's taking forever, then we'll start doing that hunt again. So like as an example, when we finish this Fennekin hunt and we go back and do the Dratini hunt for the alpha, since the Dratini hunt can be benched, I'll either be doing Pokerogue or I'll be doing the Mudkip hunt. Should your PC be on the floor or on the desk? So it should never be on the floor unless you're going to be putting like spacers for proper ventilation. It should never be directly on the floor. If you have a wood floor, it's a little bit different, but never on carpet because it's not going to be properly, like the airflow is going to suck and your computer's going to overheat. And it's going to suck in a bunch of dirt and dust and grime and stuff off the ground. So don't do that. If you're doing a floating table, you could probably put it on your desk if you have enough space for it. I don't know how big. I mean, you're getting an L shape, so you'll have the desk space for it. It depends on what you want your desk space for. What you could also do is you can get an under desk mount. There are like brackets that you can get installed where it basically just creates like a housing unit inside of the desk that you can put your computer in. As long as the computer has proper airflow, you can put it wherever you want. Me personally, I don't think I've ever put a computer underneath my desk unless it was like temporary. Like if I had to put it underneath the desk to use the desk space for something, and this was a while ago, obviously, but I have never actively put a computer underneath my desk. In a future setup, that might change depending on how I build my future setup. But if I were you, it all depends on what you want your setup to be. It all depends on what you want your setup to be. Because if your computer's going to be underneath your desk, it's not going to be a showpiece, probably. It's probably not going to be what draws the attention in your office. Me, personally, my computer's fucking massive. And the way that I have it positioned is perfect for it to be like a centerpiece to my setup. It's got this big glass window that's facing front when people walk into my office. It's like the first thing they see when they look at my desk. Bunch of lights inside, all that stuff. I want it to show off that way, so like that's where I put it. Depending on what you're building it for, or like what you have your computer specs as, or if you don't really care if it's like a showpiece or whatever. If you like the functionality over the form factor, or like if you like the what is it? If you like function over form, then maybe getting like an underneath table bracket to put it on would be better for you. That way you have more function out of your tabletop. Because if your computer is anywhere near the size of mine, it's going to take up the entire desk. Like my computer is, well, my computer's fucking massive. I don't think anybody needs to have a tower this big unless you're building two computers in one computer. Which I'm pretty sure I literally have the space for if I wanted to. But yeah, dude, it's all up to your perspective, like what you want out of the computer. But personally, I would say I would lean more on the side of desk, like putting it on the desk, just because it's easy to access if you want to get to it really quick. It's a nice showpiece for your table for people to see. It's going to be well ventilated because it's going to be on top and away from the carpet and all that kind of stuff. So that's up to you. But I have friends that put them on the ground. I have friends that mount them underneath the table. I have friends that have wall-mounted computers. Actually, that's a future build that I want to do. Is I want to have one of those like low-profile, fully exposed wall-mounted computers. Xbox, PlayStation 5, and a Nintendo Switch. Let me go ahead and get rid of this guy. Hang on. There we go. Maybe, so you're doing wall-mounted monitors, which is awesome. I love wall-mounted monitors. I can't do wall-mounted in my office space. If I could, I probably would. Except for now that I also have a standing desk, I don't know how beneficial wall-mounted monitors would be for me, because they wouldn't go up and down with my table. But, let me think here. Wall-mounted speakers. Wall-mounted speakers would be nice. Joker, what are you going to be using the desk space for? Are you going to be using it for anything specific? Na 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 ba 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 ba. I don't know where that Christmas song came from. What? I like never hum or sing Christmas songs. What was that? That was weird. Anyways, how many monitors do you have, Joker? Is it gonna be 2? I assume it would be 2 because you have a 2 wall mount, but do 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 bum 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 bum. 2 monitors, and I'm really using the desk space for anything. Just wanted a desk to make me not feel cramped. Mostly use the other side to eat off of and open Pokemon cards if I have any. It's just always, you always had an L shape. Yo, what up, James? Dude, I love that emote. What the hell? Or not emote, the badge. The badge that you have is sick. James, how are you? How are you, dude? Damn, dude, you've been following since 2019. When I saw that badge, I checked it. That's crazy. Time flies. How have you been? The odds, 1 in 1,029 or 1 in 1,026, I think. If I remember, it's 6 by 6 in length and width is 2 feet. 2019 gang, hell yeah. Got a lot of OGs in chat today. Do. Yeah, it's whatever the odds are with Shiny Charm. I think it's 1 in 1,026 or somewhere around there. Do. Oh, well, actually not, because if we're going for the alpha, so it's not that. It's 1 in 1,026 times like 5 or something like that. So I think it's like, or not exactly 5. It's more like 1 in 40 or 1 in 50,000, I believe. Is that a good size? Yeah, no, that's a good size. I mean, the desk that I have is about the same. It's well, my desk is weird. So it's not a 6x6. I think it, technically speaking, is a 7x5. But same 2 foot depth, all that kind of stuff. That's a good size desk, I'd say. The weird part about my desk that it's like I can't calculate it exactly is because like it's not like yours is going to be a one piece. I'm assuming is yours like a, because you said it's custom made. Is it a one piece L-shaped desk, or is it cut into like 2 separate desks that are put together to be on the wall? Because mine are just like 2 separate desks from IKEA that I wedged next to each other to make them into an L shape. But yeah, no, a 6x6 is a good size for sure. 2 pieces, but it makes it look like one. Yeah. Looks like it's 1 piece. Yeah, that's kind of what my desk is right now. Except for my desk is technically 3 desks. So mine is an L shape, but it's 1 7-foot long one, 1 3-foot long one, and those are like mounted together, so they're 1 desk, but it's 2. Then I have another like 5-footer. How long is this? 1, 2, 3, maybe like 3.5, 4 feet for my standing desk. That's not attached to the other one. So it's a completely separate one that just lines up perfectly with it. Actually, the sizing that I got for this thing is borderline perfect. I don't know how I managed to get like the perfect desk for my space right now. But it just, you know, worked out. It was perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, every time I load into the game and I hear that first chime, I think my phone is going off because that's like my text tone. Not in the game, but that. Right there. That. Hang on. Yeah. The weird like ding when it starts, the ding, 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 ding. Anyways. But yeah, Joker, that's sick. You gotta send a picture of your setup once it's all completed. I love seeing people's like office computer setups and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. Maybe instead of going into graphic design, I should have went into like interior design or something, because the amount of happiness and enjoyment I get out of life when I'm designing a space is unparalleled. It is unrivaled completely. It is some of the most fun that I have when it comes to designing and drawing and doing all that kind of stuff is like drawing floor plans for a new house, drawing a floor plan that's like a redesign of my office. Why do I feel like my microphone is cutting in and out? Or like a similar thing, like doing it for someone else. I don't know what it is, bro. I probably should have went into interior design when I went into school, but a little late for that now, I think. But we'll see. Who knows? I just really enjoy it. I feel like in the future when I have my own space, it's going to be insane. Not to mention, I'm an artist, so like I can make my own wall paintings, and like I can paint different canvases to match the vibes in each room of my house. Do 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 do. Yeah, dude, up until this current office space that I have right now, like this current layout, I had redone my office every year. I just love tearing it down and thinking of a new way to format my stuff. But the way I have everything set up right now, I quite literally cannot get any better. And I have my office laid out in a certain way that's like, it's the only way that certain things will work, and I need to have them set up that way. So like, as an example, because of the way my office is right now, I have a projector mounted to the ceiling there, projecting onto a wall there. So I need to have my couch here because that's where the projector is, so that we have like a front row view of what's on the projector. This shelf that's behind the projector needs to be there because I had to cut a hole in the bottom of the shelf's backing because of something that's mounted on the wall back there that also needs to be covered by this couch. The other shelves are here and here to hold it up so the integrity of the shelf is still there, so it won't lean and fall one way or the other. And then the other ones are where they are because they fit there. And like I can't move them, so they're stuck there until I'm moving out. Speaking of which, when I move out, I'm gonna have to buy new shelves because some of these are damaged and probably not the best to put up in a new place. But yeah. My desire in the future is to have a setup that is like completely wireless. And not wireless entirely, because I know that isn't possible. But visibly speaking, I don't want to see a single wire. And I feel like that would be pretty cool. I think it would be cool to see if there's a way for me to figure out having like a desk that has a wireless charging station for a keyboard and a mouse, so that it can be plugged into the desk and the desk can hide the cables, but there's no cable that'll be plugged directly into the mouse and the keyboard, and it'll constantly stay charged. I feel like that could be pretty cool. I already have a pretty decent setup when it comes to no cables on the ground. You found an old picture? You should post it. You can drop it in the photo dump. Which I just realized we have photo dump in Pokemon, but not in like the general area, but you can still dump it there if you want. Let me actually move photo dump to there. I moved photo dump to the community area just so that it's not specifically under Pokemon, so anybody can post anything in there. Gonna wait until my new setup is done. Oh, like a comparison. That's sick. That's one thing that I wish I would have done better, is like take pictures of my previous setups to compare them to once they're done being remodeled. The only proof of certain setups that I have are like the webcam screenshots from previous streams or videos, unfortunately. When I redo my setup too, so these are some like guidelines that I'm trying to set for myself. I want to have a setup that's more of like a direct shot. So in the future, I want to have like, instead of my camera being off to the side, I kind of want it to be more in front of me. Or if it is off to the side, lowered a little bit. I want to have 3 monitors that are the exact same size. I don't want to have, because right now I have one 32-inch monitor and then 2 like 20-something inch monitors. They're really old. Like, I'm genuinely surprised that the 2 monitors that I have running right now, other than my main one in the middle, have lasted so long, because these are like legitimately the monitors that I bought when I built my first computer back in like 2016 or 17 maybe was like the first computer that I built. And these monitors are almost 10 years old. If not 10 years old, because they might have been an old model when I bought them at the time. Need to find a way to hide wires better, like your plugs and ports and stuff like that. You can get like under desk trays that you can like screw into the desk that like will hold your cables so they stay off the ground. That's what I ended up doing on mine. I did a lot of modifications to my standing desk, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I screwed in, like, trays to hold cables. I screwed in a power port so that I could plug things directly into my desk for, like, power and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. It's not perfect by any means. There's still, like, a couple of dangling cords here and there, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, so future office plans, ideally speaking, I want to get one of those like neon signs of like the Grim Who logo on my back wall somewhere. Having a couple of shelves to display some things I want, but I don't want it to be overbearing. I do think I'll probably go with dark colored walls because it just looks better on camera. So whether it'll be like black walls or like dark grays or maybe like a brown or something, that'll probably be like the ideal workspace. I feel like it just looks better. It absorbs light better as well. It's more of a moody color palette when it comes to like a warm saturation kind of color palette when it comes to recording stuff, which I like. It fits my aesthetic, so I dig it. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot that I have to do. I feel like by the time I get into a place where I can move out and whatever, I'll probably go through like 15 to 20 different iterations in a sketch as to what I want my office to be. And you know what? That is something that I will pat myself on the back for. When I do these layout things, they are borderline perfect. And I'm not talking like it's the perfect design. They are perfectly designed down to a T. When I get my measurements right, I get them right. It's actually kind of baffling how accurate I am when I can put my mind to it. Like, you guys know that I make jokes about me being dumb and me being stupid and like bad with numbers and whatever, and I went to school for a graphic design degree, so I can't do math or I don't know science or whatever. But there's something about organizing a space that like unlocks the mathematical portion of my brain. Because when I was setting up this office space, right, I had a bunch of things to take into consideration. I was like, I want a standing desk, so how far is this standing desk going to pop out? I need to know where it's going to be so I know where I can put my other stuff. I need to know if it's going to mount up with the other desks. I need to know how short the other desk needs to be. I need to know how high off the ground it's going to be because I have a wall-mounted speaker for my projector. I can't go over that. It has to fit underneath there. I have to get all these measurements correctly. I have to do this. I have to do that. I got so precise to the point where I was putting together a desk and I'm like, okay, so my shelves are this thick and my desk is this far, so I have to keep my desk this far away from this wall, which means I have this much wiggle room until it hits the door, and it can't go past the door because the door won't open and all this kind of stuff. My like measurements were so precise that they were like within maybe like 1 or 2 centimeters. And when doing that kind of stuff is really, and I'm not talking about centimeters in like a perfect cut on a piece of wood. Obviously, that's a little bit drastic. But in terms of like movement space, I figured out exactly what number, how many inches this desk could be in length, what perfect size would be for the office, how I can achieve that, whatever. Nailed it on like the first attempt. I never had to return anything. I was very confident in what I was doing. My dad was like, did you triple check the size of all this? Did you lay everything out before you did? I was like, no, I don't need to. I did the math. I did the numbers. I'm good. And he goes, all right. But if you got to return it, that's just going to be more hassle. And I'm like, no, I got it. Bring all the shit home, get everything set up, put it all up. He comes and he looks and he goes, damn. Yeah, you got it like literally perfect. This is crazy. I don't know what it is. It's legitimately only when it comes to organizing stuff. Otherwise my brain is mush. But when it comes to organizing a space or setting up a new office or making a design layout or like designing a house or doing all that kind of stuff, there's just something about it, man. Maybe it's the fact that I just get so what's it called? It's like a euphoric thing. Like maybe that's why the math just is easier for me to do or something. I don't know. I don't know. More like I don't know what I'm gonna get the wires to the outlets with the floating desk if it's right against the wall. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's one of the issues that I had with this office was that I had like the basement that I'm in right now. There's 2 walls that have drywall with wall outlets. The other 2 walls are like cement blocks because it's a basement. So this wall and this wall have like 0 outlets. So all of my shit is ran off of outlets on that wall far away from my setup. So with the power of extension cables, here we are. It definitely is annoying, but hopefully you're able to figure something out like that. Whether it's, I think you can get like an extension cable that run flat, and you can get like housing shells that you can like put the cable in and run it like along the wall, stuff like that. But boom boom, ba ba boom boom, doo doo. Do 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 do. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Boo doo 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 doo. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum. I have to probably drill 2 holes in the side just so the wires can go through. Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah. Yeah, if you got the drywall for it. Honestly, if I had the drywall for that, I'd probably do the same thing. Just drill a hole right behind the desk, slip all the cables in there, and then drill another hole somewhere around where the port is, and then pop them out and put them in there. Yeah. That's definitely something that can be done. That's what most people would do, probably, to be honest. I mean, I know when people mount, like, TVs on the wall. Who's talking about the desk? What do you mean? Oh, drilling a hole in the desk. Yeah, I mean, people do that. People do that. What you can do is, they have plugs for them. So you can drill the hole in your desk, and then you can get, like, a hole that matches, like, a plug. And you drill the hole to the size of the plug, and then you put the plug in there. And you can get them in a bunch of different ways. There's, like, caps that are plastic, or you can get them that have, like, black rubber inlays so that you can put your cable through them, but it'll look like it's flush and seal with the desk. It's all up to you and how you want to do it. I would probably go, I don't know, it all depends on the color of the desk too. Maybe for you it'd be better to do plastic caps so you can get a brownish tone that would match your desk. I don't know. There are different ways that you can do it though. Do 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 do. So Joker, how is this desk a floating desk? Are you mounting them onto like L-shaped wall brackets, or? Do 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 do. Mm, mm, mm. Hard to explain because I barely understood what the guy was saying. But on the corner of each desk, there's going to be like a triangle piece connected to the wall holding it up. And then on the back, it's going to be sitting on like a shelf. Yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. What I feel like could be really cool is, and it's probably the only way that you'd be able to accomplish it, you would have to have a desk. It would have to be reinforced with something to be able to make it like sturdy enough. But it would be so cool. I've seen shelves that are like floating shelves, and the way that you do it is you screw in like a bracket into like a stud on the wall, and then you just put the shelf over like the bracket, and then it just looks like it's floating there. There's no like things underneath it or whatever. I feel like it would be cool to have a desk that's like a completely floating desk with no brackets underneath it, no shelf, no nothing. And the way that you accomplish that is by having these mounts drilled into a stud in the wall, and they're just a long piece of metal, and you hollow out a hole in the desk, and then you slide it in. And then you just mount them up against the wall like that. I feel like that'd be really, really cool. I feel like if I do like a custom floating desk like that in a future office, for whether it's for myself or for Sarah or for whoever, and they want a floating desk or whatever, I feel like I'd do something like that. I'd have to make sure that it's still structural, because I don't know how that works in terms of like the structural build of the desk itself. Because if it can't hold anything, then what's the fucking point of having a desk? But I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Because obviously, desk space is way different than shelf space. Shelf space is way more narrow. It doesn't need to hold a bunch of weight. A desk is way different. So like, it's basically going to be like a desk inside of a desk. It would probably be like a hollowed out wooden desk with essentially just a metal desk within that's mounted up against the wall to extreme measures. So I don't even know how likely that would be. But I feel like it could be cool. Try to figure it out. I just know I've seen floating shelves like that, so if you just take it to the extreme, maybe it's possible. When we're playing games on the floor, I've been playing games on the floor oh damn, since September? That's crazy. Yeah. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you being able to get your new desk. Dude, I will never understand. And I understand it's just like, engagement is engagement. But if you find a video on YouTube that's like closing in on 10 years old, right? Like if it's like 7 years old, why would you leave a comment? It's not a new video. You're not going to get a response to it. Like, traction isn't going to be up or whatever. Someone left a comment on like the YouTube short that I posted about getting a Master Ball out of the Infinite Royale. And they commented, and like, that one's fine to get comment on. It's like a new video, right? And they go, oh, I got a Master Ball out of mine too, but I accidentally used it on a shiny on a shiny Go-Goat, I think he said, or they said. And I responded, and I was like, yeah, That sucks. I hate when that happens. I typically just give a Pokemon my Master Ball to hold until I need it. That way I don't accidentally use it. And then I went back to the YouTube Studio app, and apparently they also left a comment on a shiny fail video that I posted like 7 years ago from Let's Go. And they go, "This is why you need a Master Ball." And I was like, yep. Yeah, dude. I don't know if you can tell, I'm real distraught over losing this shiny Zapdos, man. I'm so distraught over losing this shiny. Thank you so much for commenting on it and resurfacing the video. I definitely cared. And someone else was just like, "Where's the dedication?" And I was like, dude, I don't what? Shiny hunt was 7 years ago. What do you mean dedication? Who cares? You're 7 years late. Where's your dedication? Why are you watching this video 7 years late? Won't be able to take the desk with me. Well, I can take all my stuff with me. It has nothing to do with that. I will want a new setup when I leave. I'm taking all my shit with me. I don't care what I gotta do to get it out of here. I am taking all of my stuff. You could definitely take that desk with you, though. It would take a lot of time to get it unmounted and stuff, but you could definitely take it with you. Did you buy it with your own, like, cold-earned money? Hard-earned money, cold, hard cash. That's what I meant to say. Did you buy it all with your hard-earned money or your cold, hard cash? Either one of those would do. Cold, hard money is not a sentence. That's not a saying. People don't say that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It would actually be really interesting to see this room with nothing in it again. It would be really interesting. Oh, dude, I wish I had the space in my bedroom. If I could have the space in my bedroom to set up my recording stuff, I would dude, if I could have, it sucks because like this is the only workspace I have here, which is fine. Obviously, like it's my parents' house. So the fact that they gave me like this office space to be able to do this kind of stuff is cool. Like, I'm not complaining at all. But I would love to have a designated like art area. You're lazy, so you don't want to put that much effort into it. I mean, I guess that's fair. But when that day comes and you move out, your mentality might shift and you might want to take it with you. You never know. I forgot what I was saying, but it's fine. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Joke's on you, I can't move out. If I move out, I lose the house. Wait, what? What does that mean? I can't move out. If I move out, I lose the house. Wait, so you mean to tell me that if you move out of the... Wait, I'm confused. Did your parents, like, promise you that you can keep the house as long as you don't move out? My parents, but if I move out, I'll get the house because I have to take care of them when they're older. Why? I don't understand why you still wouldn't get the house. I mean, that makes sense, but I don't understand why you still wouldn't get to keep it. Doon 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 doon. That's how my dad explained it to me with a piece of paper. Well, I mean, hey, shit. If that's how they want it, then sure. If that's how they want it, then sure. I mean, dude, yeah, just ride that out. Return on investment's gonna go crazy in this current housing market. Bro, if my parents promised me that I could keep the house if I never moved out, I would live here indefinitely. Well, maybe not indefinitely, but yeah. Well, eh. Yeah, dude, housing market right now sucks. Well, even if the bubble crashed right now, I would technically not really be able to afford a new house. I could probably get a loan for one, but um in an ideal world, I'm kind of waiting until the bubble pops for me to be able to afford a house. It'd be weird if I marry my girlfriend. Yeah, that was my thought too. I was like, I mean, I would live here until the day I die. You know, other than that, that would probably make things a little bit complicated. Especially considering my parents said that once I'm married, I'm out. They can't handle another mouth to feed in the house. Which is valid. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do that, but anyways, I don't know. At least the alphas are finally showing up. Do 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 do. Well, that's good, Joker. Well, that's good. But I mean, yeah, hey man, a free house is a free house. Well, nothing in life is free. Like, I'm sure you're going to be quote unquote paying for the house by taking care of your family later on in life and whatnot. But still. Plus, property taxes aren't free. So, you'll still be paying for that kind of stuff. But being able to lock yourself into a house is a really nice feeling. I really hope that one day I'll be able to purchase a house. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair, Joker. Sometimes it also gets to the point where, like, it has to be that way. Like, as an example, my grandma, before she passed, we tried to just have her live with one of our family members, and like it worked for a really long time, but it got to a point where she couldn't. Like, she couldn't. She needed like constant on call all the time assistance with all that kind of stuff. And you know, like with my family members, they work and they're not at home 100% of the time, so they can't do it. So like legitimately sometimes like it just boils down to it being like a necessity. Like, oh shit, I just smacked my mic. Sometimes just has to take place, and it kind of sucks, but bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Put them in Arkham Asylum. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. With the amount of time that it's taking to get a shiny Fennekin, I'm really hoping that the first one that we get is an alpha. Because like 538 encounters in New Age games on a reset method is actually kind of weird, in my opinion. The amount of time it doesn't take for other shinies to spawn. It's quiet, too quiet. Where's everyone? I don't know. I don't know. People be lurking. People be living their lives. You know. A lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. The possibilities, quite honestly, are pretty much endless. You know, it's a Monday night. Everybody's out partying. Because who wouldn't party on a Monday? People are also probably starting to travel and stuff for holidays, I would assume. I mean, Christmas is... Actually, it's so crazy to say that out loud, but Christmas is literally only like 17 days away. That is actually baffling to hear. One of the gifts that I got, it still hasn't come in yet, so I really hope that it gets here. Actually, two of the gifts. One of the gifts that I got, it's so... I hate how it does this, but like, I got it on Amazon, and it's so weird how it... I don't understand it sometimes. Is it me, or does it feel like this year went by fast? Well, every year goes by fast for me, especially since COVID happened. But this year in particular, I feel like it didn't even... like, it just didn't happen. Normally, I feel like a little bit of time has like passed or whatever, this year completely, like, I feel like we just had Christmas. And what's even crazier about that is that so much happened this year and it still feels like that. Like, so much happened and it still feels like this year wasn't even a year. My brother got engaged. My cousin got married. We had the bachelor party for my cousin. I drove all the way to Denver, Colorado. The new Pokemon game is here. Like, I went to and from Canada like a handful of times. Like, so much happened this year, and it legitimately just doesn't feel like it happened. What's wrong, Joker? What are you face palming for? Did I soft reset over a shiny? No. I was saying it feels like Christmas just happened. Like, it feels like Christmas is only 17 days away, but it feels like last Christmas just happened. Like, it feels like a whole year wasn't in between there. I feel like I just celebrated Christmas. It really sucks though. The thing that sucks about this is that, and I'm gonna get real deep here real fast. The thing that sucks about how fast time passes now is that I, day by day, feel less and less productive and satisfied with my life. Because I was like, dude, 2025 is gonna be my year. I'm gonna figure this shit out. We're gonna be debt free. We're gonna figure out all this stuff. We're making moves. We're doing everything differently. We're doing everything right. This whole year went by and borderline nothing has happened in my life. Other than obviously like happy family. I'm in a happy relationship. All that stuff's going for me. That's all good and dandy. But when it comes to like, I got a promotion at work, so I guess I can't really even complain about that. But it feels like nothing happened. And that's what it felt like last year. Other than a couple of outliers, again, like this year. Like last year, obviously, I started my relationship with Sarah, so that was a huge thing that happened. But like, it's so weird because it feels like day by day, the days get shorter and shorter and nothing happens. So I feel like next year, I'm going to have to be like quadruple as productive to be able to accomplish anything. I have so many plans and so many things I want to do next year, but I don't even know if I'll be able to start any of them, let alone do all of them. It just feels like there's no time. And I guess it boils down to discipline and like making sure that it just happens and like getting done and making time for it. But it's just so hard. And not like hard as in like oh, woe is me type thing. I'm not like upset about it, right? It's just such a weird thing to be like, oh my God, yeah, next year is going to be the year. And then without blinking, the whole year has passed and nothing's happened. The entire year is just gone. Like, I feel like I just got my car. I feel like I just got my car. I've had my car for over a year now. I got my car last March. It's so weird. Like, I legitimately feel like I drove it from the dealership like maybe a month and a half ago. And I've had it for almost 2 years now. Time, it's such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing. And the weirder thing about me, and I don't know if this is anybody else, if I set aside the time to make like a schedule for me to stick to for the next year, I will do anything but stick to that schedule. And it doesn't mean I'm not disciplined in certain things. It's just like, dude, it feels, it's so weird how there's just no time for anything. And I know, right? Like I spend 5 hours 3 to 4 times a week playing games on stream. So there's 5 hours that I could be productive doing something else. But this is something, this is what I want to do. This is something that I would like to become a profession down the road. So I can't necessarily sacrifice the time here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's weird because people will always say money doesn't solve happiness, right? But I can think of a million different things that I could do that would make me so, that would make me just feel so happy and so satisfied with my life if I had money. If I had money, I wouldn't have to do my 9 to 5 and I'd be able to focus on all the different projects that I want to do. I'd be able to stream more often. I'd be able to do higher quality content. I'd be able to go on trips without feeling the burden of having debt to pay off afterwards. Like, I understand people are talking about how money doesn't really solve or doesn't really cure or whatever. Like, it just, it helps ease the pain of life, or however you want to say it. I don't know, dude. It just, we don't need to get any deeper and any more like philosophical about it or whatever. It's just, it's life is rough sometimes. And on top of being rough, it feels like it's fleeting. And something that is difficult and passing by incredibly fast does not reinforce the idea that you can figure things out, that things will be better. Because as much as I feel, as much as I am actually making progress, it feels like I'm not. So this past like year and a half, I've done really well paying off my debt, right? I actually, this is a good, I want to see. I'm going to check. I'm going to check right now. Just, I'm going to check. Just because I am curious. How do I find this? Hang on. There's a specific way that I can check where my loan is. I don't know why it's being so weird right now. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So if I take a look at this. Okay. Man, why did it close, dude? What the hell? Hang on. 547,655. $5,476. 78% times I've paid off almost $6,000 worth of my debt over the last year, which is a lot in comparison to like what I have, right? So it'll be paid off within the next 4 years. So I'm making strides. I'm making progress. I'm doing well. The thing that sucks though is that nothing else really feels like they're progressing. And I wish that it did. Mainly, honestly, if I'm being very honest, not even just for myself. I want to be able to be in a better place for myself, obviously, because, you know, my mental well-being and my well-being is important because I have to stay alive. But I wish I was in a better financial position so that I could move out of my house, not even just for me, but for my family. Like, it costs even though I pay to live here for, like, I pay a portion of whatever it is for me to live here, it costs my family for me to live here still. So if I can move out, then it'll cost them less, which means that it'll be burdened off of their shoulders, and I'll have the freedom of being in my own space, and I'll have a space for a family to start and all that kind of stuff. So, like, I'm making progress, sure, but I'm not seeing the benefits of the progress that I'm making right now, and I need to figure out some sort of way to start feeling that. Sort of in the same boat. Well, welcome on into the stream today, Dest. Hopefully you're doing well, other than obviously what we've just been starting about, or what we've been talking about. I read your username and I read the star portion, so I said what we're starring about. But yeah, I mean, it's not even like I'm down in the dumps about it either, right? Like, I'm not sad, I'm not depressed, I'm not any of that. It's just I wish time would slow down. If only just for me to breathe. Because the more that time passes, the more I'm realizing how not prepared I am for things. Like, let's say future happens, right? I don't have the money for a down payment for a house. As of right now, I really only have the payment for an emergency fix on my car if I need it. I don't have any money for like a trip, or I don't have any money for a ring. We'll use that as an example. Like, I don't have that, and I'm not having the sense of security when I don't have that. So hopefully next year will actually be my year, and I can take some time to figure out how I'm going to be able to do all of the stuff that I need to do. It bums me out. Yeah, no, I get that, Dest, completely. Like, I resonate with that sentiment 156%. I'll give you guys a little like example, right? So one of the things that I really want to do, and I think I talked about it a little bit on stream. I'm not really talking too much about it though, just because I don't want there to be too much information about it out right now until I want to publish all of the information and have it be like actually known. But I'm in the process of developing a designer toy brand. And that's as much as I'll give in terms of information, right? But there's a lot that goes into it. There's a ton that goes into it. And I feel like whenever I do make a little step of progress towards it, something happens and I get yanked right back into reality. And I've been working like night and day, coming up with concept sketches, designs, figuring out like manufacturers, figuring out different things in terms of concept costs and prototyping and doing all this kind of stuff. And I'm not going to talk about too much of it. Like I said, I want it to be kept under wraps until things are like finalized, but it is something that I'm working towards. And the goal is to have the first toy launch by the end of 2026. That's the goal. And I feel like that's a pretty conservative goal. But at the same time, It's going to cost so much upfront, both in time and in money, both of which I don't have. So I have all of these like goals and ambitions and things that I feel like I could be good at, and I feel like there's something that I'm like, it's my calling and it's all of this. But because of the position that I and a lot of people are in, it's not just a me thing, right? Taking a leap of faith is important. It's important to do that. But when you have everything, I'm not going to say stacked against you, right? Because not everything is stacked against you. Sometimes you stack your own deck, right? Like, so you put yourself in situations that prevent you from doing things that you want. And me, I will 100% admit, I put myself in this situation. It isn't anybody's fault but mine that I'm where I am today. If I didn't lack the discipline to not spend money every 45 minutes to an hour during the pandemic, I wouldn't be in as much debt, if any debt, that I am right now. Which means that I wouldn't have to be paying off, you know, close to $6,000 a year to get rid of this credit card debt. I put myself in that situation, and I understand that. And I am not getting down on myself because of that. I'm learning and I'm moving forward and I'm paying things off slowly but surely. And it isn't that I don't have anything saved. I've got a good amount in my retirement fund. I've got above average for my age. That money is not applicable to me now, though. Right now. It'll be applicable to me in like 30, 40 years. But right now, it's not applicable to me, so I don't even think about it. I'm not even conscious about how I'm in a good position when it comes to retirement, because I'm not concerned with retirement. I'm not thinking about that right now. It's a little bit of FOMO, right? Like there's a lot of people that are being accomplished and they're doing all these things that they want to do, whether that's they're starting their own company, or they bought a house, or they're starting a family, or they bought a brand new car, or you know, they're able to go to the store and buy Pokemon packs. Like, even if it's something as ridiculous as that, right? Like, sure, there might be like a hint of FOMO in there. There might be all that, just a little hint of that here and there. You know, maybe a slight bit of jealousy, you know, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is healthy. It drives you, as long as you're not letting it get you down all the time. But it is very hard, just to circle back to what you said, Des. It is very hard for me to feel accomplished, because I feel like the second I do something that works towards something that I'm trying to accomplish, 5 other things happen that in turn set me back. I don't know. I feel like it's also a fault of mine that I put so much on my own plate for no reason. Like, if I wanted to take the toy thing unbelievably seriously, I would stop streaming. I would spend all of that time dedicating it to like research and finding it and all that. But there's, you know, I don't want to give up streaming to pursue something that might not be a thing. I know I enjoy this and I like to continue doing this and whatever. But I don't know. I really want to be able to find the middle ground and feel like I'm being productive, so another year doesn't go by and nothing happens. Yeah, I was in my head about it last night, Des. I was thinking about it a lot. For reasons that I won't name, but I was, as my friend would say, in my bag. Is this turning into late night thoughts with Grim stream? Yeah, honestly, dude. Welcome back, Brizzle. I don't know if you've been hanging out this whole time, but welcome back. I don't know, Brizzle. What's your take on it, dude? What's your take on it? I know we've talked about like jobs and stuff, so maybe not specifically that, but do you have those same feelings where, you know, day to day goes by and you feel like there's a lot that you want to do but nothing gets accomplished? Based off of our conversations, I know that our predicaments and our situations are drastically different. Well, I wouldn't say drastically, but they are different. I don't know, dude. It just feels like there's so much that I want to get done, but nothing ever gets done, and then Christmas is here again. Like that's what jump started this whole conversation, was the fact that I feel like Christmas was legitimately a month ago. And it's been a whole year since last Christmas. The other thing too is like, and this isn't more like business ventures and money stuff and whatever, but I've gained so much weight since like 2 years, like I'd say like a year and a half ago. I've gained so much weight since then, and every day I say I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get better, I'm going to get healthier, and then every day something happens, something comes up, I get too busy. Yeah, I definitely envy that, Brizzle. I definitely envy that. But you did the thing, you made it happen, and now you're reaping the benefits of your you're reaping the rewards of your hard labor. That's what I was trying to say. Envy might be the wrong word though. I feel like people use jealousy and envy incorrectly. So I don't know which one would fit this situation, but it isn't out of like malice or ill intent, which I feel jealousy fits that mold more. Because jealousy is good to an extent, but I feel envy is a more malicious term. Like if you're envious of somebody that has something, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. And that isn't where I'm coming from, if that makes sense. Stems from self-discipline. What happened when we were getting cooked on power packs? I said it can't be doing this and blocked the website. Yeah, no, that's true. It's very true. It does come down to discipline, but the problem that I'm having, Brizzle, and I mean maybe it actually is discipline, and I'm trying to convince myself that it isn't discipline. I know that I don't lack discipline because I'm able to set my mind to something indefinitely. The problem that I have is being able to justify time to doing something that also requires discipline. So, like, let's use this as an example. Back before I was dating Sarah, I had a lot more free time on my hands, right? I went to the gym religiously. I went 6, sometimes 7 times a week, lost like 80 pounds, looked like a, Walmart version of Thor, which is probably peak for me. And I had the utmost dedication to that. Streaming. I've been doing content creation for like 10 years almost. Whether it be starting off with YouTube videos, finding different niches, different games to play, different stuff like that. Like, I have the discipline and the dedication to keep going. But when certain things happen and it slowly becomes harder to justify the time for that thing because a different thing that I want to accomplish comes along, I switch the dedication. But most of the time it's not for a good thing. So I don't know if it's my hyperfixation that gets in the way of my discipline, or if it's the fact that I'm not disciplined at all and I just think that I am. It's like you guys know, other than like the week that I went to Vegas, when I came back to streaming when ZA came out, I've been streaming 3 times a week minimum, plus the bonus stream on the weekend, sometimes pumping out 10-hour streams on the weekend. I have the dedication and the discipline to continue doing this, even when I'm not feeling well. You guys know I streamed literally yesterday. I fell down my stairs, slammed my back into the corner of the stairs, came down here and streamed for like 3 hours. Like, I legitimately, like, I fucking ate shit. Falling down the stairs and still streamed. I had a pinched nerve in my right shoulder blade the week prior and continued to stream and kept working. Like, I know that discipline isn't my problem. It's finding value in the time to do something that doesn't seem beneficial to me. So like Brizzle, as an example, I've talked to you more about the toy situation. I don't want to go too in depth on stream or whatever, obviously, but So like I'm starting to hit a wall in terms of the toy business, but not from a creative stance. It's from a like a I don't know if motivation is the right word, or maybe it's like a fear or something, but it's getting to the point where the numbers are becoming real, and the dedication to doing this project is now not only going to be time based, it's going to be monetary based, and it's starting to discourage me from pursuing it. And I don't want that to be the case, but I'm also not in a position to be able to financially justify the risk. So it's a really weird like catch-22. It's a really weird situation that I'm in right now, and I don't know what I can do in my current state to amplify the other things that I'm doing to make that a possibility. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So like my debt payoff strategy, right? I have my debt consolidated under a loan through my work, which means that if I want to maintain the same payoff strategy, the same percentage, the same means or whatever, I can't change my job. Because if I change my job, then I'll have to go get a personal loan elsewhere to pay off the loan with my work to be able to do that, which will be a higher interest rate, which means that the payments will take longer, yada, yada, yada. I can increase the rate that I pay that debt off by just putting more towards it. But at the same time, if I put more towards it, then I can't save. If I can't save, then I can't cover expenses when they come up. If I can't save, I can't pay for the prototyping of the toy. If I can't save, I can't invest. If I can't save, I can't, buy a house. So part of me is like, okay, I could save the money because I'm already at the pace that I'll be paying it off within 5 years. And it's already been close-ish to 2 years. I guess technically it's a little bit closer to 1.5 because I started this in July of last year. So closer to like 1.5. I don't know. It's I guess it's more of a, if I'm being honest, I think it's not wanting to sacrifice what I have to pursue something that might not work out. Rised, what's good? Welcome back. What info do you have for me? But okay, so Brizzle, my whole thing, right, is that I also am under the same impression that if you cannot pay off your debts, you can't save. But I also feel like if you can't save, you can't get out of debt. Yes, I'm in Eastern. I'm in Eastern Rised. So, and that isn't, it isn't like an exact parallel. Like they're not, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Obviously, if you pay off your debt, you can then save more. But I also feel like if you can't save now, you will never truly get out of debt. I have the money set aside right now to cover expenses. Oh shit! Zesty with the resub. Gotta figure out why I don't get notifications when you go live. I haven't been able to catch streams. Gotta go to sleep now. Have a good one. No worries, Zesty. I appreciate with the resub. Thank you for the 16 months. And that is one notch closer to us having our weekly sub goal met. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Hopefully you have a good rest. Let me go back to this and paste this. Add source. Here we go. Let me go ahead and modify that, actually. Let me go ahead and add the... There we go. It's a good way to look at it. Wait, so like my whole thing is like, right, okay. Let's oh shit. My PlayStation controller fell off of my desk. That's awkward. I'm gonna unplug that so nothing else can happen. Let's think about it from this perspective, right? Like I can't pay off my debts, or I can't save until I pay off my debts, but I also can't pay off my debts unless I can save. So I'm gonna pay off. Let's say like a year goes by, right, and I pay off $5,000 worth of this loan, like this debt that I have, right? Five grand, no savings, just paying it off as aggressive as possible. I know for a fact that within the next couple of months, and this is gonna suck so bad. This is gonna suck so bad, but I know for a fact that within the next couple of months, I'm gonna have to replace my tires. I'm gonna have to replace my brakes. I'm gonna have to replace, you know, like rotors. I'm gonna replace all this shit on my car. And I know it's gonna cost me no less than $1,500. If I don't have $1,500 saved, guess what I'm gonna have to do? Guess what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to take out a loan or put it on a credit card or do all this kind of shit, and it's gonna have high interest. Which means that if I paid off $5,000 worth of my debt, sure, that stuff's at a lower interest rate. But if I have to take out a loan or if I have to use a credit card to pay for the car fixes because I need a car to be able to do anything, then not only did I not really pay off that much of my debt, I also added more, worse, higher interest debt. So like, you need to be able to save in order to get out of debt. But what's crazy is that if you save, you can't pay off debt rapidly, which means you're stuck with it for longer. If you pay off your debt more rapidly and other things happen, it still takes longer to pay off your debt. And simultaneously, while either of those things happen, you don't have any money to spend on yourself. So like, like as an example, the reason I did the power packs is that I sold off a good amount of my Illustrals cards. Like I made a pretty decent little chunk of change. I used it to pay off debts that I had from taking a trip to Vegas with my brother and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. And then I sold some more and I was like, okay, I have a little bit of loose spending money I can have. But like other than that, dude, it is, and like add a relationship on top of it, which I know that you're married, right, Brizzle? Like I know that you're married. You're also in a different situation than I am in terms of money and whatever. But like imagine all of that. I have to pay off all this debt. I also have to try to save to cover expenses. And I got to drop a couple $100 like a week. Not literally. That's a ton of money, but like you just have, like I have to go on dates. I have to do things. I have to go places. I have to drive to see her. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's really, anyways, whatever. Long story short, it feels like in order to do what I want, I got to pay off the debt, but the debt also can't get paid off fast enough. I don't know. We can talk more about it later. We don't have to talk about this on stream. I just, you know, sometimes it's good to talk about these kind of things because it's relatable. So, hear me out, though, Pokemon cards. What do you want me to hear you out in terms of Pokemon cards, Jono? You talking about selling them? You talking about buying them? You talking about printing them? What is it that we're talking about when I'm hearing you out? Just Pokemon cards. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. Just Pokemon cards, that's all. What are my thoughts on Pokemon cards? They're cards of Pokemon. They're pretty cool. I don't know. I've also debated on selling a couple of things. Like I have some like really high valued Pokemon cards too. But part of me doesn't want to sell them because like it really isn't going to take that much of a chunk out of my debt. And I've already sold off a lot of the collectibles that I've had. Like I don't have any of my handhelds anymore. I only have like a couple. Literally the only 3DS that I have left is my Smash Bros 3DS XL that I have, and it's only because it's signed by the voice actor of Mario and personalized to me. So it's got way more sentiment than it does value on a console or a handheld. So It'd be nice for me to just like liquidate all the stuff that I have in my office to be able to rapidly pay shit down faster. But like, I don't know. I have like over 100 baseball cards. Is that a lot? I don't know. I don't know the world of collecting in sports. Well, Jono, the thing is that shit isn't even rough right now. Like, also, Rise, thank you for letting me know. That's awesome. Is it going to be 8 p.m. the night prior to the 10th? So, like, 8 p.m. tomorrow? Or is it going to be free to play, or, like, available to play 8 p.m. on the 10th? If I was in, like, a do or die situation, you bet your ass I'm going to sell them. But it makes me feel so... I don't know. It makes me feel so sad, dude. Like, if I really wanted to, I've got, like... maybe $600 in Elestral's prototypes that I've got lying around that I can sell. Actually, it's probably higher than that. It's probably closer to 1,000. But the market's pretty low on people that want to buy that stuff, so chances are it won't move. I'm actively trying to sell my Stellars, so I'm just waiting on the right buyers for those. I have literally the only thing that's worth any kind of money in Pokemon is my Slowpoke collection. I could get like maybe 600 for that, like all of the cards, and like my Van Gogh Pikachu is like $500 raw, I think, because it's not graded. And I've got like the OG, non-first edition base set like Charizard at like $100. It's not nothing crazy, and it's more sentimental than anything, so I don't even think I'd get rid of it. I don't know, like I'm not gonna get much money out of selling that stuff. So like, even if I were to sell it, it would be like, what? Oh, whoop-de-doo! I paid off a quarter of a year's worth of my debt. It's not really doing anything. It was really funny. I was talking about being like an artist and all this kind of stuff to my uncle, and he is kind of right, where that is kind of the situation that you'll need, but the likeliness of that happening is so small. My uncle was like, as an artist, what you need is a backer. You need someone that like sees your vision and will fund your projects up front, and then you pay them back in like interest and stuff like that. Or like if you're making a good, then you give them exclusive rights to certain products, or like you pay them back with revenue or like whatever. And I'm like, that's true. But do you know a guy? Do you know someone that wants to back me? Because it would need to be enough to supplement my job income right now and insurance, and like I don't think anybody's gonna want to front that cost. Today got told not to come in because my coworker called out. So they closed the store early. That's stupid. Stocks, crypto, and Pokemon. Yep. I mean, so it's definitely crossed my mind to do this, but I also feel like it is not worth it, so I haven't done it yet. Compound interest is going to pay in dividends in the next year, and so, and like, not the next year, but the next coming years, plural, like 10 to 20 years or whatever. But I've legitimately debated on just cashing out my like 401k to pay off the debts that I have and have like a clean slate. It would be such a relief, but at the same time I'd be putting myself at such a setback. Like I said a couple of minutes ago when we were talking about how like things aren't totally rough, like the position that I'm currently in when it comes to my investments and stuff for retirement, I'm actually, if not average, above average for my age. So the compound interest hitting that for the next 20 years is going to pay off so much more than if I were to pull it off to pay off 5 years worth of debt. I don't know if that makes sense. It probably makes sense to you guys. I don't think I need to explain how compound interest works. But I know for a fact though that it would just be such a relief to have this, like, legitimately. Let me do the math on this. I'm pretty sure. Is it weird? I know I'm smart, very smart, but like finances are another language. Yeah, no, that's I feel like that's a common ground for a lot of people. Like it's all right, I'm going to get super like I'm going to get super big brother conversation right now. But public schools and even private schools and all that kind of stuff, they're like formulated to teach us what we need to know, but not what we need to know. Right? They don't teach us how to balance a checkbook. They don't teach us how to pay taxes. They don't teach us how to be good with our finances, because the rich want to stay rich. And in order for the rich to stay rich, there has to be working class people. There has to be people that aren't going to be making that much money. And I know that this is big, like, not necessarily like a conspiracy theory, but like, I do genuinely believe that schools intentionally don't teach us this shit because they want us to not succeed in that regard. They want us to succeed by their standards. They don't want us to succeed by our own. They want us to graduate from college, graduate from high school, graduate from wherever we are, to get a 9-to-5 that barely pays us enough to get by, so that the people that are in charge can stay in charge. Because that is true. There was one class in my high school that taught us how to balance checkbooks. It was an elective class, and it was only offered like 1 hour of the day. It's not like it was a class that happened every hour on the hour and you can have like a bunch of different opportunities to get into the class. There was like a teacher that came in to teach it 1 hour every semester, and if you got in, you had it. If you didn't, it, like, nobody cared about it. They didn't advertise it. I took that class and it did help me a little bit, but it didn't help me enough, clearly. Then again, I also willingly did a lot of the debt situation myself, even though I knew the repercussions of it just because of the pandemic, which is, you know, whatever. But
you have a favorite conspiracy theory? Honestly, probably that. I don't really do much with conspiracy theories and whatnot, so like I don't really think about it too much, but I do actually think that that's true. The other conspiracy theory is that Mattress Firm is a laundering scheme. What are your favorites? But yeah, I mean, not to have the conversation derail and be super negative. I'm not thinking about it from that light. It's kind of just like a, you know, trying to figure out the situation, and like it's slowly getting paid off and whatever. But you know, oh yo, what up, Chris? Yeah, let's hop in. I'll be in the voice call in a second. Where the fuck is my mouse? There it is. What up, brother Maine?
What up?
What are you up to?
Nothing much. Just got done making dinner for everybody, and we've been decorating all day and shit like that.
Nice, dude. So I made it to 165.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
And I didn't. So like I don't know if you lost against that Rayquaza the first time it came around, but
The first time, yes.
yeah, I didn't lose to it.
Oh yeah.
And of all the Pokemon on my team, guess which one came in clutch and won the game for me? Like won that match.
Let's see. Oh, Cherim.
No, it was which actually that would be a little bit less surprising just because of how fucking strong it is. But it was Firo.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I was able to like whittle the health down enough with all of the other Pokemon that Rayquaza came in, had like one of its 3 bars left. They wiped my entire team. Literally just one shot everything. And then I sent Firo out, and for whatever reason it started like switching. So it switched one time, and I just used I had one wide lens on it, so it had +5 accuracy. I just went for floaty fall every time. Somehow, miraculously, didn't miss a single one, and just like one shot everything because everything was within range. But it was so scary for a second. I was like, no way, I'm losing this right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah, I don't know if you've been tuning into stream and just like listening and haven't said anything until you said VC, but we've been on a massive tangent about how years are passing by way too quickly, and I've felt zero productivity over the last year, and like I feel like the whole
growing older. Well, the first part is growing older. Years go by quicker because you got more time to compare it to.
Well, yeah, no, I know that.
It, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, I know it's not literally going by faster, but just talking about how
for us, for our brains, it definitely is going by faster.
Oh, yes, I'm just saying in a literal sense, time does not pass by faster just because we think it does.
I think it does. I don't care what anybody says.
Time is actually relative.
It is. It's a construct. But I don't remember what I was going to say now. Yeah, the productivity thing, that's just because of COVID, dude. That fucked everybody up. Let's be so real.
Yeah, I know.
It like threw everybody off so hard.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't, Joker. Thanks for reminding me. Joker in chat while you were on your vacation. I didn't want to ask just because like there wasn't an opportunity when we were in call during stream for me to, but Joker came up with an idea for something that we could do on stream at some point. We don't have to do it right now, obviously, and you know we can decide whether or not we actually want to, but we would have it so that you share your stream in Discord and I capture the footage while I stream it as well, and we do a basically like a race to see who can finish the 200 floors first. I feel like we shouldn't do it until we've completed it ourselves on our own account, but we would make a new account, start from scratch, only having the starters, and like rebuild and like try to beat like the game as I don't know. It was just an idea that Joker had, and I think it's pretty cool. Something we can think about doing down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, we've been talking about that for like the last, I don't know, probably like honestly, wait, actually, what time is it? Yo, we talked about that shit for a minute. We were talking about that for like an hour. But yeah, I mentioned like the whole toy thing, and I was like, you know, I have these plans next year. I want to roll out this toy by like the end of 2026. That's the goal, but I'm constantly like, oh well, I'm gonna have to pay for this. I'm gonna have to pay for this, and I can't justify doing that because I have to save money for expenses, and I have to pay the debt off, and I have to do this. We just went on this like insane side tangent about like the idea and concept of money and saving and being able to spend your time doing what you like and whatever. Oh, and the loser has to get a shiny for the winner. Apparently. I forgot about that part. If you want to make it interesting, you pick his team, he picks your team, and you have to spin a wheel to pick your item in the shop. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all that stuff would be pretty fun.
I'm done.
How long have I been streaming? 3 hours and 40 minutes.
You have Scatterbug on your team. Good luck. I think if we each pick one and then pick the other, so like it's like back and forth. Like I pick one for my team, you pick one for my team, and vice versa.
Oh yeah.
That would be more realistic because we could literally just pick 6-1 costs and it'd be impossible.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I think I'm about to be wiped to Rayquaza.
Damn.
Rayquaza.
Yeah. No worries, Joker. Drive safe. Oh, Elvis being alive. That's an interesting
My op had a
theory.
very strong team this time around, unfortunately.
Oof.
Here's Rayquaza. It knows outrage. And it sweeps Ampharos, my only possible answer. Garbodor. I'm counting on you. Gunk shot the fuck out of this Rayquaza. Oh, we got the poison. And we got the flinch. And he's confused. And he was cured of all of it thanks to berries.
What kind of desk do you have, Chris? Joker's asking.
I did that thing where I got 2 really long IKEA desks. Like
And you made them their own like L shape?
No, it's one really long desk.
Oh.
Like really long desk. It's like 15 feet long.
Yeah.
And in the center to hold the 2 desks together, I bought a it's almost like a cube like piece of furniture that's like squared off. But it has 12 sections for all my consoles. And then on the far right and far left side, holding up the other sides of the desk, are those little IKEA drawers. And yeah, so it's basically a giant entertainment center. On the far left of the desk is my fiance's setup. On the far right is my setup, and in the center there's a TV mounted on the wall and a small CRT TV that the consoles connect all to. All the AV goes to the CRT TV and all the HDMI goes to the mounted TV. And then there's also a splitter for both of them where the AV gets converted into HDMI, where it meets another splitter for the HDMI that runs into my middle monitor on my PC. That way I can also see all the consoles on my PC screen.
Nice.
It was very convoluted and took a very long time.
What's the...
But
just random side tangent. What's the average... what is it? 10... It's not 10%, right? For stocks every year? What is it, like 5-8%, something like that?
It's I think 8 is the high end, if I remember correctly.
Okay, let's see.
Ow. Professor, you need to chill out, bud.
Yeah, 7 to 10% annually, apparently.
Oh, okay, so 8's the average. I was misspoken.
So yeah, we'll do 7%.
For what?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm talking to somebody about math, money math right now. Trying to explain why I'm not doing a certain thing.
Okay, I might have a chance to win. All I have is Rayquaza at 1 bar of health, and I still have Garbodor and Carnivine. If Garbodor kills with its Gunk Shot, we win. We fucking win, let's go. Garbodor being faster than Rayquaza was not on my bingo card, but God, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Garbodor clutching. Oh, I want to grab that berry pouch, or that max lore. But there's also a relic gold right here, and I have to grab that to heal next. Can I not be confused every single time a move is used that could possibly cause confusion? That'd be great. Alright, money time. I also caught a Mamoswine this run with perfect attack, and I've been using that. And it's great. I love Mamoswine. I purposefully got him so I could parabolic next to him, do extra damage, and him not take damage, and it's great. Ooh, an L-shaped cherry desk would be lit.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. It's gonna be yeah, Joker's new desk is it's a floating one too, so it's not gonna be like no legs. It'll be mounted to the wall, like a floating L shape, which is pretty cool.
Hell yeah, that's nice as fuck. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of iterations over the years of what I've had and what I liked. Right now, I'm kind of want to go back to like a very simplistic setup, but it's currently where we're at because I specifically wanted a setup where both my fiance and I could play at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to make it basic again.
Yeah, I was talking about how when I move into my next space and I make my next office, I don't want it to have like wall on wall on wall, floor to ceiling collectibles.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same.
I want it to have
position.
I want it to have some high level collectibles, like maybe putting like the Pikachu N64 that I have on display, like higher rarity items like that on display, but not like overwhelming like 386 Funko Pops.
Yeah. I when we moved, I specifically got rid of half of my Funkos for that reason.
How did you offload it? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very much so interested in the idea of just pitching all of them, but like the super rare ones.
Yeah, so pretty much any of them that were their base prices when I bought them, they haven't really changed like price wise or like even if they were just a little bit over. I called a few local like card shops and collectible shops to see if they would buy them, and pretty much all of them will take Funkos and stuff like that, which is cool. But I found one that took like the decent pricing on them, especially for bulk, and I just sold them a shit ton all at once and I got a few $100 back, so I mean, I was okay with that.
Yeah, because I mean, I think the only ones that I would really want to keep are the Friends Funko Pops that I have, because I'm pretty sure like the OG completed set of the Friends Funkos are like $200 to $300 for the set.
Damn.
But all the other ones are like, I've just got some Pokemon Funko Pops and stuff like that, and like a lot of them I don't really even care about. It was more like I was just collecting them to collect them at the time. So like,
yeah, that's kind of how I was when I worked at GameStop. We'd have sales all the time, so I would literally just like buy whatever was on sale.
yeah.
So at this point, I'm only keeping like Pokemon, Digimon, and anime that I watched.
Mm-hmm.
and then I have a bunch of signed Pokemon. I almost have every single Pokemon pop signed by their voice actor.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so I've been slowly building that collection, and I'm obviously keeping those. I've got a Gojo from JJK signed by his voice actor. Ichigo from Bleach signed by his. Tsunade signed by Naruto's voice actor, because I couldn't find Tsunade's voice actor. Um, Oh no! Sorry, other way around. Other way around. Sorry, I have a Naruto signed by Tsunade's voice actor and a Tsunade signed by Tsunade's voice actor. I couldn't. Naruto's voice actor had already left the convention, unfortunately. What else? And there's a few other minor pops I have signed. I've been trying to get my freaking Ari pop signed, but I don't even know who the voice actor is of that, and I don't think I'd ever find them. Um, and then we have some for like our favorite movies, like horror movies and stuff. That I kept, and I sold a bunch of my Gooner figures, if you will. Whenever we moved, a bunch of the anime figures that I'd gotten over the years. I'm down to very few of those. But for the longest time, everything just kind of felt cluttered because of how much shit I had,
Yeah.
and I just realized I didn't need it anymore. You know?
Yeah, that's honestly, unfortunately, kind of how my office is starting to feel.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that I wish, and it just kind of sucks that this is how that community is or whatever, but I have so many unique and eclectic shoes that I've barely worn. Some of them I've never even worn outside, but because they're not in box, never touched, like dead stock shoes, like nobody wants to rebuy them.
Really?
Well, at least the way that I was trying to sell them before, I could I guess try to sell them through like StockX or something, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a handful of like Nike Dunks and different like limited edition shoes and stuff that I've rarely worn, that I feel like I could get a decent chunk of change out of, especially if I get the ones that I wore more than not cleaned.
Right.
But I don't know.
I've never been a sneakerhead, so I don't have anything like that. But I do have a bunch of really cool limited edition skateboards. Ah, ooh, Steel Terra. Who would that be good for? Oh, somebody whose weakness is fucking water or grass. Arcanine. Hello. You were going Steel Terra, and if I get normal Terra, that is definitely going on you as well. But for now, Steel it is. Oh, a Master Ball. Snatch. I'm sure I'll run into something cool. Ooh, Egg Voucher Snatch. Are you still hunting Fennekin right now?
Yeah, I'm still doing Fennekin hunt for a little bit.
Have you found a shiny yet?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, 579 encounters, no shiny yet.
That's pretty crazy.
Obviously not including the bench hunts that we did
Right.
for it, because obviously I got a shit ton from that.
Arbador, you're up. Kill this Rillaboom with one shot, please. Oh, you missed. Of course you missed. Why wouldn't you miss? You missed twice. You want to make it 3 times? Oh no, you hit the third. Thank God.
Dude, there was this one run I was doing. It was, I don't think it was on stream yesterday, or I think it was just an off-stream one that I was doing. But my Ponyta got paralyzed. And it was paralyzed like 9 turns in a row.
I've had that shit happen, dude. It is brutal.
So annoying.
Unbelievably annoying. Oh. Ooh, a rare candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
I have 3 candy jars right now, so we're balling.
Let's see
I need a
here.
rarer candy, bro.
Yeah. All right, chat.
Just get 3 levels.
I mentioned ending stream an hour early today. I think I'm gonna do that. I got to do some stuff behind the scenes and whatever. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will be live again on Wednesday, and then reminder this week, no stream Friday, stream Thursday instead. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great night. Much love. Bye.
Bye.